So welcome back, everyone. My name's Andrew Sperling. I'm being joined by my good mate Mark Haylock tonight. So it'll be good to have Angus aboard with us. We are the 10th inning, and I'll just quickly run through that Cavalry lineup one more time because it was a complete and utter disgrace, my first attempt with no glasses on. So Cody Hightower playing shortstop, Ryan Stovall at centre field, Adam Bashini second base, Jeremy Barnes third base, Jack Murphy catching, Marcus Connect at left field, Michael Wells is DHing, Aaron Sloan first base, Antonio Callaway at right field, Robert Dickman will be taking the hill for the Cavalry. And after last night, Angus, it's all systems go here. It should be another terrific game. It was a very tight ball game, and probably not expecting too much to split the teams tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting tonight. Tonight we've got our new starter, Gary Owens. And yeah, it'll be interesting. His first start for the club. And both teams desperate to win this game. It's crunch time now. Playoffs are in the air, and we've got 3 games left of this regular season.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and all around the country, especially with Sydney and Brisbane still going, with that series meaning so much as well. That, as Angus just said, with Gary Owens, who's been playing as a club baller here in Adelaide for the Port Magpies, and he is working from the set and delivers and gets one high for ball 1.
Yeah, first look at him for everybody here tonight, Gary Owens, and there's his second pitch, and that's down, ball 2. Little short in his action, but not overly overpowering. But let's see what Cody Hightower can do leading off for the Canberra Cavalry. Hightower also a pick-up player from club ball in Canberra last year. Ex-pro guy, had a lot of injury problems, and now finds himself leading off and playing shortstop for the Cavalry.
Yes, mentioned last night with a terrific surname like Hightower. He was destined for something, and he slams one foul down the right field line.
Yeah, late on that pitch from Owens.
Yeah, little Owens working from the set, and just got a funky little action where he little wig and a jig with the arm, and it finally comes out. So until the boys, no doubt, certainly the Cavalry boys, try to work out release points and exactly how to tackle him, let's hope he can work some magic for us and get some outs early in this game. Very important that he does his role here and can work through anything from 4 to 6 innings, which would be terrific.
Yeah, good bit of tail on that fastball, and just come in on Hightower's hands, got him on the hands, and yeah, just a little short in his action, so he probably comes onto you a bit quicker than he looks, and he's late on that one again. Also, tough time for the hitters early in the game here. They're in the shade, the pitcher's in the sunlight. So it's important that pitcher gets on top here for the bite.
So Owens to Hightower, and ditto from the previous 3 pitches. Not such a bad thing to see a lead off sitting back and really letting the ball travel, even though at the moment he is just a tad late, but certainly not jumping out and edgy and going to roll over on one.
Yeah, good lead off by Hightower, seen plenty of pitches. Owens, high for a ball. Foxtel game here tonight too, Andy.
Angus, thank you for that.
And that's ball 4. Pitch inside. Excellent lead off there by Cody Hightower. He picks a walk and gets the Cavalry going here in the top of the first. Brings to the plate centre fielder Ryan Stovell.
Well, thank you to everyone last night. I sincerely apologise. We've been working on some whiz-bang production here, and emails were meant to be going through to my phone, and they weren't. And I get home and I had about 17 emails from a lot of Cavalry fans giving us some correct pronunciations, as that ball from Stowe has just popped to deep left field, and Lodge wobbles his way back to warning track and takes the catch. Ryan straight off the bat either liked it a little bit more than it was, but he wasn't jumping down that line. I think he thought he might have got that one.
Yeah, well, he certainly did get a lot of it. It went very high. He's looking for that short porch down left field there, and you know, from the good lead off from Hightower, he had a good look at Owens in the on deck, and he liked what he saw first pitch.
Bashini
down the line. Bashini with half a check swing there, Andy, and just pops it over the third base's head for a base hit. So the Cavalry now have first and second occupied. And
totally fooled by that breaking pitch inside, but we've been revving him up a little bit as a high quality player, and he just managed to hold those hands back and hit one about 4 inches down from them and lob it over the top of third base for a base hit. So although he was completely fooled, he still had the ability, and Owen's trying to work a breaking pitch over, but ball one to Barnes.
Yeah, Jeremy Barnes hitting .342 on the season for the Cavalry and doing a great job. Owens to Barnes, he likes to look at that. So a high ball down the right field line for a foul. Runners will go back, and there's a strike on Barnes. So Cavalry digging in here. They like the look of Owens, and they're getting their hacks in here, Andy.
Yeah, they sure are. They know that he would be a little bit nervous up there. They're certainly trying to apply some early scoreboard pressure. They realised after last night that it's the same thing for them. It's full steam ahead. And early runs are extremely important. They've got an opportunity here with one out. Runners on first and second with clean-up man Barnes in the box for the Cavalry. Owens delivers, and that's line driven straight up the middle. Lattimore flings out the glove, and he tracked it beautifully on a streaming line drive.
Great catch.
Over his left field shoulder, and he knew he was in a little bit of strife. He tracked it well, he threw the glove out and he flashed it and he took it. And a terrific catch out there.
Yeah, he's very quick, Lattimore, and he got a great jump on that ball. And Barnes hit that really well. It was a great at-bat from him. But Quincy Lattimore was all over that. Took a great catch on the run. Got a great jump, great speed.
Well, it looks like Jack Murphy might have had the hair dye out. He's a little bit darker than last night. This man that I enjoy seeing, that I'm sure I saw in some 70s movies along the way. Doing the catching duties, doing a pretty good job. There's Owens again. Ooh, a bit of a wild pitch up and out.
Yeah, he had some good at-bats last night, Murphy. He always looks a threat at the plate. He's pretty choosy. He works the hitter over, and yeah, he gets good pitches to hit. He waits Owens, and there's a good pitch to hit, and he just pulls that foul. Just mistimes it.
He's a big unit too, to see him when he suits up and jump behind the dish. He's a very imposing character, very large set of shoulders. So he's very strong unit, old Jack Murphy.
Yeah, he's hitting 300 on the season, hits from the left side, so, you know, that's pretty awesome for a catcher. And he goes deep on this one, and that's way back, and that's gone. Home run to Jack Murphy. And 3 runs will cross for the Cavalry. We'll have to stop talking him up, Andy.
Yep, we might have to, Angus, but you did say that he'd been going pretty well, and if he puts one down the pipe, half a chance to lose one. And terrific stuff by Jack. He picked up a base hit at his last at-bat last night. He did a really good job there for his side and smoked a fastball down the middle over the right field fence. 3-run bomb for the Cavalry. So welcome all you Canberra viewers. That should have got the bubbles in the champagne really steaming at the moment, because I know you guys are sitting there hoping and wishing that your side can find some early season form and really steam into these finals.
That was Murphy's 5th home run on the season. He's doing a great job for the Cavalry. What an acquisition he's been.
Just peering through their lineup, their team average is a tick over 300. So they've been a very powerful offensive team.
Yeah, they've got 8 guys hitting 300 or better, so that's amazing. There's no wonder they've had such a strong year. There's another good, solid hit to left field. Benny Lodge makes a great catch. That looked like a double off the bat, but Benny Lodge read it well, made good ground, and diving catch to his left. And that's side away for the Cavalry, not before they get 3 runs. 3-zip.
Short break. We'll see you very soon.
Hi, I'm Kelly and this is Mark, and we are now Energy Smart.
We sure are.
We've recently updated our old ducted air conditioner with a Duct Air Energy Smart system.
And that meant we didn't have to replace our old air conditioning unit.
And now it works like a dream. It's super quiet and it saves us a ton of money.
An Energy Smart delivery system can save up to 45% on running costs and make your system perform the way you want.
And now I can use my air conditioner whenever I want.
Now that's Energy Smart.
So welcome back everyone. This telecast brought to you by the 10th Innings, and we have some wonderful sponsors, as you would be seeing in our intermissions, that we're running some ads for Duct Air conditioning, also for Marshall batteries. Got our other great sponsors in MC Sportswear, Colts Baseball Academy, and we've got a couple of lovely benefactors in Craig Watts and Shane Bennett who have supported us. So we've been blessed this season to have some wonderful sponsors. It's been a real pleasure bringing this ABL season to you. We didn't exactly get the start we were after there, as the Cavalry jump out of the blocks with 3 in the top of the first to put some real pressure on the Adelaide bite. So Creswell will lead things off, and Robert Dickman is the pitcher for the Cavalry. The lefty, the southpaw, as from the wind-up he delivers a first-up strike.
Yeah, Creswell had a slow start to the season, but he's come good in the latter half and back to the top of the lineup. And looking to get something going here for the bite. There's a bowl inside.
And another ball up. So 3-1 count here on lead-off Creswell. High quality infielder, terrific shortstop, as you can see by Pete's magnificent camera work down there. Very open stance at the plate. Really lives off centre right hitting as he takes check swings, but he's called out on the swing as he attempts to check.
Yeah, he went round. He just good pitch there, up and in. It was a ball, but it was tough to lay off, and he just couldn't quite lay off it. So one out here for the bite, and back in the lineup tonight, Benny Lodge, playing left field for the bite. Lodge in his rookie years had a great year. Played outfield mainly. Hit 5 home runs on the season in his debut year. Looking to get something going here. He makes a nice swing on that one. Fouls it off though, down the right field line for 2-strike count in the hole here, Lodge. Good pitch by Dickman. Hard and in and low off the plate. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lodge. Dickman with good control. Works the outside edge, just outside, and Lodge goes down swinging.
Superb pitching by Dickman. Had the ability on a 0-2 count to fire a heavy fastball in at him with no fear of hitting, just beautifully located, and then went the other way and caught some black, and Lodge just compelled to swing. So a great strikeout for Dickman as number 3 hitter Quincy Lattimore comes to the plate and takes a first pitch strike.
Yeah, straight ahead Dickman, straight down the pipe there, right across the knees. Curveball. Cold strike. 0-2, working well. Dickman here in the first. Looks dangerous.
As Lattimore pops one up into shallow centre right field, and easily taken there by the centre fielder Stavel. I'll just ask you out there, we had some little glitches last night with our production. We've added a few things to our production, and just wondering whether we could hear from a few people. Live baseball at the 10thinnings.com.au to tell us everything's rocking and rolling. We'll have a short break. We'll see you in a moment. So welcome back everyone, top of the second here, beautiful Norwood Oval, sun setting. It's been a very mild day here after another couple of hotties.
Oh, superb night for baseball here at Norwood.
Beautiful little breeze just to keep everything cool.
Yeah, it was very hot last night. Players will welcome these conditions. And Owens fires a fastball in there for 1-1 on the count on Michael Wells. Canberra local takes that pitch outside in the dirt.
So Owens delivers. It was right down the middle and Wells was all over that pitch. Fouls it directly back on the grandstand roof. Great to see some people in the colour made famous by the wonderful Dutch teams, all dressed in orange, the Cavalry troop here, which is awesome to see that they've travelled down. We're really hoping that tomorrow night and Sunday we'll get some Canberra flavour in the commentary box here with Chris Coleman, hopefully to join us. As Owens
rings him up on strike three. Fastball maybe got some black. So that's the end of Wells. And he gets a lead off.
And Aaron Sloan, who hit a long ball last night for the Cavalry, was playing some good first base. There's a big swing and a miss at that first pitch.
Big long ball last night from Sloan. Gets his hacks in. Takes a big swing at that one.
And Owens with a nicely located fastball in. Called affirmative by the Chief, Andrew Bell. And we reset on an 0-2 count. A waste pitch for ball one. We had an old timers game here before with a lot of faces very familiar to a lot of South Australian people and Australian and international, with ex-major leaguer in Mark Hutton and just legend South Australian performer in Andrew Scott, and current manager of the Bite, Tony Harris, current general manager Nathan Davison. So it was really terrific to see some the diggers running around and doing a good job, and Sloan's popped that one up. Creswell calls well shout at third base.
And how well were the old fellas looking tonight?
They were looking pretty good. They were down in numbers a little bit, so they sort of revolved around the field a little bit and all had some at-bats.
Strike one.
Doing a much better job here.
Yeah, he's keeping the ball down here. Andrew Callaway at the plate, right fielder for the Cavalry. Fastball in there from Owens. Good bit of tail on there. And
Very interesting move by Coach Harris to send Owens to the mound in such an important game. You have your more regular starters, although Kim, who's been our number 2 starter all year, got a comebacker last week and just got hit flush in the chin. And just a little bit reluctant right at this minute. No lack of strength or courage, just purely just a little bit of time to shake it off. He did not see it off the bat. It was just a clean hit straight to the chin.
Just giving him an extra day off, have they?
Shaking him up, yeah. So he's just, just rebalancing at the moment. So at some stage we needed to pull something out of the hat.
Yeah, Zach Fusil was a big loss for the bite. He's been our #1 starter, and Ruzic did the job last night. Nice pitch by Owens. Strikes out Callaway, and that's side away. 3 up, 3 down. And nice comeback there by Gary Owens.
We'll take this moment to have a short break, and we'll see you in a minute or two.
After 75 years, men and women alike still holler his name. Stranded with a dead battery or need a jump? Out of fuel? Got a flat or need a tow? Just holler for Marshall's Roadside Rescue Service. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Marshall will rescue you and have you back on the road at surprisingly little cost. No annual membership or roadside joining fees required. So for batteries and breakdowns, just holler for a Marshall. Call 1300 Marshall.
Your Adelaide white number 47, first baseman, G-Man Joy.
So welcome back everyone to Norwood Oval for Game 2 here. Adelaide Bite versus the Canberra Cavalry. Cavalry off to a bit of a flyer in the first. Off of that very unique individual, Jack Murphy. Hit a 3-run bomb.
G-Man Choi at the plate for the Bite. Takes a big swing and a miss at that first pitch.
The G-Man's been a little bit flat of late. Be nice to see him put some good bat on ball. As we've mentioned before, it's one thing about being in a little bit of a hitter's slump. It's another thing to just not be making good contact and your timing all over the shop. And G-Man, for such a quality individual's just been struggling a little bit, was sorted out last night quite comprehensively by Grenning, who kept getting him on change-ups. And tonight, Dickman has an opportunity to get the better of Choi, who's been an offensive giant for the Bite. And we really need him to strike back into some sort of form as Dickman keeps nibbling away outside, not giving Choi anything middle in.
Yeah, Choi's been the best hitter for the Bite this year overall. You know, he's hit 300 and 6 home runs and plenty of RBIs. Led the team in RBIs. So it's been very important, and they need him right on the boil.
The old saying, hey, it only takes one. And there's one a little bit better off the middle of the bat.
Going
and
back,
that's gone
back,
deep.
back.
Deep.
It's
That's
gone.
So Choi bounds his way out of a mini little slump for a solo bomb over centre left field. He got it a little high off the bat, but with his strength and beautiful swing, he just lifted it. And it carried the necessary distance. So Choi hits a solo bomb here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, great shot by Choi. A real high shot. I'm not sure he got all of it. He didn't hit it that great. But got up and out. And the biter on the board. A trail Cavalry 3-1. And it brings to the plate last night's hero, Stephen Welch. 2 home runs and 3 RBIs last night in the 4-3 victory for the Bite. There's a nice breaking ball from Dickman for a strike. He quickly gets ahead on Welch, 0-2.
Yeah, Steph was very much in the groove last night. When he got a pitch that he knew he could handle, mechanics were just perfect. Got those hands to the ball and just hit them long and deep, and he's just missed this one. Hit a little pop fly, and second baseman had to hustle around Bashini and take a catch in shallow centre field, but that he did. So that retires the Bite. No, it doesn't, I'm sorry. Brings Ethan Paquette to the plate.
Yeah, just caught him up on the hands there, Dickman, and just missed that pitch, Welch. The home run pitch from Dickman actually wasn't that bad a pitch. It was low and away. But Choi did a good job and dug it out. Dickman quickly ahead here on Paquette. Fastball down the middle, and that's on 1. On Ethan Paquette. There's a nice line shot into centre left to Paquette. And that's a ground rule double. One bouncing over the fence. And that's a beautiful piece of hitting from Ethan Paquette. Playing right field for the Bite tonight.
Yeah, I've been a big rap for him, but his numbers haven't exactly told the true story, I don't think. And last night he doubled to the right field fence, and tonight he's doubled to the centre left fence. He's a very impressive character. Nice 6'3", well-built individual, and he certainly knows how to swing the bat. So Angus Rozier, who in probably his real first year of ABL, of back-to-back games and not having a rest here or there, has had a pretty good season, had moments of absolute brilliance, and in amongst it, not so great at times, but he's been pretty solid, and he's picked up a lot of walks for his team, which has been an added bonus. And gets a breaking pitch. He swings over the top of it.
And a lot of home runs as well, Andy. He's hit 8 on the year, and Roger had a little sniff when he was a youngster, and then he went and played a couple of years in college, and yeah, his first full year back, and he drills that ball to left field, and the runner is held up at third. Didn't get a great jump, but a nice piece of hitting there by Roger. Gives the Bite first and third now with 1 out, so the rally continues here.
Paquette just got a little bit caught there with a screaming line drive off the bat, and always a slight chance that third base might make an extraordinary play and just run your way into a double play. So he was a tad cautious, and as it all worked out, it was a little bit of a shame, because left fielder for the Cavalry was pinned to the fence. And there's Adamson, who's just been equally as superb. And he's driven one hard into centre left. Scores Paquette. Roger rounds third, but is held So a nice double to the fence from Adamson, who's just been sensational for the bite.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's one of the bite's hottest hitters, and up he comes with a double. And scores one, gives the bite, second and third occupied with one out. Great piece of hitting by Chris Adamson. He's been in great form since Christmas. Just playing every game since backup catcher. Well, he's actually sharing catching duties with Dylan Child, and he got injured, and Adamson's taken over as the number one starter and catching every game, and he's just got better and better with his hitting through playing every game.
It works for some and maybe not for others, but it certainly worked for the tank. He's just relished the opportunity and lifted with some excellent receiving and work behind the dish. Equally as important that he's really banged up some terrific offensive numbers, and Dickman gets a curveball over outside for strike one on number 9 hitter Cakebread, who was superb last night. 3 hits, 4 or 5 double plays. He had a fantastic night.
Lefty-lefty matchup here, but Cakebread does hit the lefties pretty well.
It's a really good crowd in here tonight. Cakebread swings through a high fastball, strike 2.
Yeah,
12 or
great
1500 in, it's just fantastic. I know the management have been working furiously to go off with a bang this season and really put it on in this last series. And there's a nasty little shot by Cakebread. Pokes it into left field.
Good piece of hitting. Made a good swing on a tough pitch. Didn't actually get all of it. Got it off the end of the bat slightly, but just made a good swing and just got it over third base's head. Just tipped the edge of his glove, I think.
It did.
And
Barnes,
that's an RBI and a safe hit for Cakebread.
Barnes saw it. He wanted it, but he just didn't have the length and size to latch onto it. And it just tipped off the end of his glove and dribbled its way into left field for an RBI single to Cakebread.
Top of the lineup, Jeremy Creswell. First and third here for the bite. He likes to look at the first pitch. A double play ball, and that's side out. And the run won't score. That's 3 runs for the Adelaide bite. They're tied up now at 3-all here after 2 innings.
We'll have a short break. Has been the case. This game is tied away and it's extremely tight. We'll see you in a moment.
back here in the third, top of the third. And a 3-all ball game, and we're back to the top of the lineup. The lead-off hitter, Cody Hightower, he kept coming up and leading off multiple times last night as well. Was that quite uncanny? I reckon he led off the inning 3 times, and he's popped up. And Tank, solid as a tank back there, Chris Adamson. And that's one out. Good start for Owens. Let's hope he's settled down.
Yeah, no doubt it would be a very nervous occasion for him, regardless of no doubt his upbringing and plenty of experience playing in the wonderful USA. But here he is playing club ball and finding himself in game 2 of a do-or-die series for the Adelaide Bite. No doubt he was a little bit edgy. Stavell pops one to right field. Paquette takes an easy catch. It's a 2 out. And 4 or 5 pitches here for Owens, which is exactly what the Bite would want after punching 3 runs back to even this ball game after a blistering start by the Cavalry. We're all tied away, 3 apiece, top 3.
Yeah, great rally by the Bite in the second. Bounce straight back. And we're going to have a ball game on our hands again. What a great game last night. And he misses there, Owens. Ball 1 on Adam Bischini. Looked very dangerous last night. Bischini, every at bat. Makes good swings on the ball, gets his pitches. Hitting 340 on the season and 11 home runs, leading the league.
Early 40s in the RBI count too, Angus. He's a clean winner of that from everyone in the competition. Next best about 25. So this guy has been lights out, smooth moving second baseman. And Dicko last night had him up for the Helms Award already, had him lined up, medal around his neck.
Well, he's a contender for sure. He pops that one up high. And Stephen Welch, he's underneath that. He'd take that. And that's another quick inning for the Bite and Gary Owens. And that's 3 up, 3 down in the second and third inning. So great fight back from Gary Owens. And after 2.5, it's 3-all.
Quick shout out to Joe from Bateman's Bay. He's been a regular with us here. So thanks very much for everything, Joe, and letting us know how we're travelling. We had another terrific email here from, can you open
Peter
that up
Sikora.
for me?
Peter Sikora, thanks for tuning in.
Duck Dare is offering a free upgrade to the university-tested and fully labelled Energy Smart system to all baseball fans. All you have to do is mention Tony Mazzini, Mutz, or even the 10th innings to your local Duck Dare dealer. Duck Dare's Energy Smart system is the only system that has been tested and proven by the Uni of SA to save you huge amounts off your power bill and increase the comfort in your home. All this from an SA-owned and operated carbon-neutral company. Now that's Energy Smart, and that's a great offer.
Welcome back to Norwood Oval. Bottom of the third inning. Ben Lodge leading off for the Adelaide Bite. Head to head here with Robert Dickman. And straight ahead. Plenty of strikes here from Dickman tonight. And that's 0-1. Working ahead of the count. Just about every hitter. Nice and aggressive. Curveball just misses. Misses down. And that's 1-1 on Lodge. Dickman being a regular starter. Swing and a miss by Lodge, 1-2. Started 11 games has Robert Dickman, along with Chris Motter and Brian Grenning, each starting 11. So solid rotation there. And the only other starter, ground ball by Lodge to third base. And nice play by Jeremy Barnes. And that's one out for the Bite. So the same starting rotation all year by the looks for the Cavalry. 4 regular starters, and Dickman's been solid in his 11 games. He's won 3 and lost 4. He pitched 53 innings at an ERA of 5.3. This is inside Dickman to Lattimore. Lattimore, a late inclusion for the Bite, just after Christmas break, and it's been pretty solid here for the Bite, hitting 300 from his 50 at bats and 12 RBIs. So Quincy's come back a little bigger, a little stronger, and a little better hitter by the look of it. Keeps progressing and could be on his way to big things, Quincy Lattimore. Got great speed. Swing and a miss. 2-2, 2-2 on Lattimore. Change up. And he's way out in front of that. And he fights it off. 2-2 the count. Dickman comes up and in with a curveball. And that's an easy play for Hightower. 6-3. And retires Lattimore. That's 2 out.
The first baseman, G-Man Choi.
He's got a couple of guys with that pitch tonight. The curveball starts over the middle of the plate and then breaks in on their hands, and caught a couple of guys. Nice pitching by Dickman. Brings home run hitter G-Man Choi to the plate for the Bite. And let's hope the G-Man's back in town with his hitting form and can get hot again for the Bite.
Well, we said it only takes one, and that's all it took, as he drilled one over the centre left fence for a solo shot at his first at-bat for the evening. And just even immediately you just see a much more settled man in the box. And that just spells danger for the Cavalry as he takes another breaking pitch. He was swinging at them last night.
Took a curveball for a strike, and then he tried to entice him in with one down and out of the zone. And here he is again, Dickman. Might have been a change up there across the outside corner for a strike. And 2-2 on Choi.
So Dickman to Choi, fastball, got him. Got a little tip on it, but nicely taken by Murphy. And that retires the Bite. Completes 4, or completes 3. we have a 3-all ball game on our hands. Stay tuned, keep interactive with us. Live baseball at the 10thinnings.com.au. We'd love to hear from you. See you in a moment.
Top of the 4th here now. Gary Owens on the hill to Jeremy Barnes, and that ball is gone off the bat. He has smashed that ball. Home run, Jeremy Barnes. Clean up hitter for the Cavalry, and they take a lead, and the Canberra crowd is happy. Great representation from the Cavalry fans here tonight, here in Adelaide. Made the trip to the beautiful city, fair bit going on, the tour down under, and there's a lot of people in town. And the baseball's on. Home run hitter, Jack Murphy at the plate now. So a long shot by Jeremy Barnes. Quincy Lattimore didn't move. Murphy, a big swing, fouls that off. It's into the shark tank.
This is going to be a very interesting game, folks, especially from the Bites perspective. How long does Owens go? How long is he allowed to go by management? What's their plan? One would be thinking and suggesting that they might air the pen out a little bit tonight and use quite a few to try to seal his second game.
Well, there's been no action in there as yet, so looks like he's gone as far as he can. A big swing there by Jack Murphy. Doesn't get shortchanged on his swings.
Sure doesn't. If there was a Major League 3 movie, he would be a Monty for it, an absolute Monty. And he gets
rings him
punched
up.
out.
Pretty good pitch there by Owens. He's thrown that fastball with tail, and that looked like it got the outside corner. Murphy wasn't happy with that call, but good call there by Chief Bell. And what feedback did you get on that pronunciation last night?
Connect.
Marcus Connect.
Yeah, I thought Pete was joking with us to say if he connects with one, but he has connected with a few. And he hit a great line drive at his first at-bat, but a superbly judged outfield catch by Lodge robbed him of what looked like a double off the bat. So Marcus is in again, and Owens gets one over.
Nice pitch by Owens.
Perhaps that was just me going through in my mind what might be happening in this game, Angus, but obviously the Bite management thinking differently. And you might be right, he might be out there for the distance and journey. This is a massive game for the Adelaide Bite. There's no room for a loss at the minute.
No, one game back.
Big Dushan Ruzic last night went a fabulous 8. Really back to his best, the big fella.
Oh, he was superb last night. Really had all the Canberra hitters off their rhythm. Thus he lasted to the 8th and probably could have went the 9th as well, the big fella. But the ever reliable closer was gone too, and he did the job. Not after a little scare, but he did the job.
As Owen struck connect out, and Wells goes first pitch and lifts one right field. Paquette goes back. No shadows, no sun at the moment. Perfect conditions, and a routine fly ball to right field ends the Cavalry in the top of the 4th.
Great job by Owen.
He keeps on doing it.
Down.
We'll have a short break. We'll see you in a moment.
After 75 years, men and women alike still holler his name. Stranded with a dead battery or need a jump? Out of fuel. Got a flat or need a tow? Just holler for Marshall's Roadside Rescue Service. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Marshall will rescue you and have you back on the road at surprisingly little cost. No annual membership or roadside joining fees required. So for batteries and breakdowns, just holler for a Marshall. Call 1300 Marshall.
Great job by the dancing girls in the break. They're any best they've ever been, I reckon.
Angus, magnificent.
They were on fire.
Foxtel's here, and wow, doesn't it make a difference? Everyone's on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, big crowd. We're pushing 1,500, I reckon, tonight. Stephen Welch at the plate.
Massive night in tomorrow night as well. They're fully booked out in the Shark Tank, and they had no room for any other
VIPs,
sponsorship or VIPs. It's just busting and bursting, which is just wonderful stuff for the Adelaide Bite and their management. Always put on such a terrific show. We're still live and interactive with you. We've got the Cavalry poking their nose in front again via a superb blast by Barnes.
Yeah, long shot by Jeremy Barnes. Gives the Cavalry a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 4th. And Dickman being careful with Welch here in the lead-off. Plenty of breaking balls, not giving him much to hit. Keeping the ball away from him. And he throws one over the middle here, and Welch gets hold of it. That's gone deep to centre. But nice catch there by Ryan Stovell, going back to the warning track. Welch got a good piece of that, and that's one out for the bite. Brings up right fielder Ethan Paquette. Did a nice double to centre left last at bat. And Dickman just taking his time here. Very composed, very consistent performer. And there's a curveball in the dirt.
Paquette really sets early for fastballs. He's swing early in his at-bat. And he rips one around the corner, and Barnes is on fire. Just laps it up. A little short in the throw, but Sloan helps him out, picks one out. A nice little 5-3 by the Cavalry for their second out. Where it all came together for the bite in the previous inning. Went strong through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they need to pull something out of the bag here with 2 out to challenge in the bottom of the 4th.
And Dickman starts him up with a curveball. Second time through the lineup, he's going with that curveball a lot more early in the count, mixing it up. And he misses with a fastball there, low and away. 1-1 on Roger. Roger a nice shot last time to left field. Pulled the ball hard down the line. And mistimes it there. Gets it off the end of the bat. And that's dribbler back to the pitcher. Dickman does a good job. 3 up, 3 down for the bite. And after 4, the Cavalry lead by 1 run, 4-3.
We'll have a short break. We'll see you back here soon. So welcome back everyone. Top 5. Very tight little ball game on our hands here, and thank you to the Holmes from Canberra, who unfortunately we can't offer you a replay of that Barnes blast, and to the Andersons as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. As Sloan fouls that one off.
Big hello to Ian and Sandra in Canberra tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying it. Owens misses with a fastball down and in. To Sloan, trying to get something going here for the Cavs. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. Indicates umpire bell. And that's 2-2 on Sloane. One out here for the Cavs. There's a deep fly ball to right field by Sloane, and Paquette's under it. Routine fly ball, and that's 2 down. That's 1 out. Thanks, Andy.
I'm doing the scoring duties here tonight, this evening, and I just made a mistake on my sheet, so I do apologise, and I've led Angus into a bit of a faux pas.
Number 9 hitter, Antonio Callaway. Right fielder up to bat. Owens won the battle last time, striking him out. And nice fastball there. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. By Callaway. And he's in the hole.
Always find this an intriguing time. 0-2 counts. See exactly what confidence pitchers have and their ability to throw reasonable waste pitches or nibble around that plate. And Owens comes again and gets to a 2-2 count with a slider in the dirt outside. Plenty of action here at Norwood Oval, as we've said. And Antonio gets that one off the fist and hits a little flare over shortstop for a base hit. They all go down green in the book, so he picks up a smashing base hit to centre field.
Yeah, nice pitch by Owens. Jammed him right on the hands, and he just punched that with strength over shortstop for a beautiful Texas leaguer. 1 on for the Cavalry, and we're back to the top of the lineup with Cody Hightower. 1 on, 1 up here in the 5th, Canberra. Pick off.
Wow, and Owens throws it harder to first base with the pick off than he does to the plate. Very interesting. From the set. Delivers. Gets another funky little pitch that's flowing out to right field. Paquette does the job.
Yeah, just caught him inside again. Nice tail on his fastball, Owens. It seems to be catching the Canberra guys with that late tail. And he's caught and jammed Hightower there as well. Popped him up. Brings to the plate Ryan Stovell, centre fielder. It's in the 2-hole for the Cavalry.
A little bit of action in the bite pen. Darren Fidge, who's adopted only over the past few weeks a new style to really drop that arm down and work some real submarine sidearm action. We've only seen little brief glimpses of it. It's been reasonably effective, and he'll get his chance tonight to do some work in middle relief.
Nice pitch by Owens there to get ahead, straight down the middle on Stovell. Fast ball. 0-1. Stovell, a couple of fly balls in his first 2 at-bats. First one was deep, and here's another one down right field that's going to land in. That'll be a base hit. Runner will advance to third. And that's first and third now for the Cavalry. Nice hit by Stovell. Drove it down the right field line. Bounced a couple of metres inside the line, and little 2-out rally here.
Some nice work there by the Bite defence as well, with Paquette rounding that one up and getting a lovely throw off to third base. And as is the case with that play, the shortstop comes inside the diamond to be the cut-off man, and when it's sailing straight through that glove, general option is to let it go, and that's exactly what he did. But
yeah, good strong arm there from Paquette. And the dangerous Adam Bashini up to the plate now. Fouls the first one off on a check swing, and he's on one, but probably the league's leading hitter overall.
Wonder if his nickname is same as one of the most magnificent Western Australian bred footballers that played footy for the mighty Blues in Buzzer, where the Bashinis picked up any nicknames here. As Owens gets one up. Ball 2. So 2-1 count, 2 out, runners in the corners for the Cavalry, and they lead this ball game in the top of the 5th, 4-3.
Oh, it's a long ball. That's gone. That ball is out of there.
So Bashini adds to his RBI total and bangs 3 more onto it with a 3-run blast, giving his team a 4-run lead. And he's a class act, this gentleman. He's done a big thing for his team right there.
Yeah, great piece of hitting, Adam Bashini, for his 12th home run on the season. That was a long monster ball. That was gone off the bat. Outfielders didn't even flinch. And a big 3-run bomb. And that'll be the end of pitcher Gary Owens.
It's always that thought, you know, is it one too many? Such a difficult thing, managing a baseball team, especially when you're a fraction light on in the pen. And all of those old cliches coming out that you can never take him out too early, and you let him go one more against Bashini, and he hurt us. He hurt us bad with a 3-run bomb. We'll take a short break while Fiji does some prep work. Get yourself a refreshment, and the Cavalry people jump on board with this. Let us know how you're thinking about things. Live baseball at 10thinnings.com.au. We'll see you in a moment.
And here we are back with the pitching change. Darren Fidge on the hill. And he's going to face Jeremy Barnes, home run hitter from last innings. And Fidge fires in there just misses on the outside corner for a ball. I think Fidge like to look at that pitch. And throws the same pitch and doesn't get it again. 2-0 to Jeremy Barnes. Swings and foul ball. Two and one on Barnes now. Darren Fidge, a long-time veteran for the Adelaide Bite. Pushing 37 years of age now. And he misses there. Inside and falls behind on Barnes, 3 and 1. So Bite looking to shut this down now with 2 outs, and Fidge misses. That's ball 4. Missed by a long way that pitch, so not a great start by Fidge. So we have 2 out, runner on first. It's the top of the 5th, so a long way to go. We're at the halfway mark of this game. And the Canberra Cavalry leads 7 runs to 3. Mainly on the back of 3 home runs. Jack Murphy, Jeremy Barnes, and then this inning, Adam Bashini, 3-run bomb. Murphy likes a look at that, and he pulls that hard into right field for a base hit. And Paquette quickly comes in and holds a runner at second. With 2 out, he wasn't looking for third there at all, really.
Well, he had to actually jump that ball. He smoked it around the corner, Murphy, and it just was right in the line of the runner, so he just had to pause for a moment and skip over the top of it, and in the process he couldn't get any momentum or good stride going, so second was as far as he was going. And the Cavalry are looking real dangerous right at this moment. This is just such an important stage of the game right here. It's either going to take it out of the hands of the Bite with a few more runs, or the Bite have to find something with 2 out here. Extremely important moment. Runners on first and second, and he gets one. Connect swings over the top of it. 1-1 count.
Yeah, Marcus Connect has had a pretty solid season for the Cavalry as well, collecting 37 hits on the season.
There's a good
Check
breaking
swing.
pitch.
Check swing, but cold strike by Bell. And one ball, 2 strikes on Connect. Fidge looking to put this inning to bed for the Bite. Good breaking ball. Misses on the outside corner. And 2 and 2 on Connect. Nice fastball from Fidge. Strikes him out, and that's the end of the inning. But the Cavalry score 3, courtesy of hits from Callaway, Stovell, and then a 3-run bomb by Bashini. Makes it 7-3, and the Bite with some work to do. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th.
Hi, I'm Kelly and this is Mark, and we are now Energy Smart.
We sure are.
We've recently updated our old ducted air conditioner with a Duct Air Energy Smart system.
And that meant we didn't have to replace our old air conditioning unit.
And now it works like a dream. It's super quiet and it saves us a ton of money.
An Energy Smart delivery system can save up to 45% on running costs and make your system perform the way you want.
And now I can use my air conditioner whenever I want.
Now that's Energy Smart.
Welcome back to Norwood Oval here, folks. Chris Adamson goes deep. First pitch he sees on the warning track. And he's caught it over the fence. Great catch there.
Catch taking deep, 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 deep.
Marcus Connect there on the fence. Takes a hanger over the back.
The second base,
And Cakebread up to bat now for the Adelaide Bite, number 9 hitter.
Domino's Diamond Dash, make your way to the light tower over in front of the big video screen. Make your way to the light tower now.
Josh Cakebread, who won out here in the bottom of the 5th, fouls that one down the right field line. One out here, and 1-on-1 on Cakebread. Dickman on the hill still for Canberra. And Cakebread been in good form for the Bite. Looking to get something started here. Trailing by 4. Canberra bats shining tonight. There's a nice shot down the left field line there by Cakebread, just foul. Takes the count to 2-2 on Cakebread. But the strong Canberra hitting lineup's been the story of the night. Ball in the dirt there by Dickman. Full count now on Cakebread. And nice shot there to right field. Ball in the gap there in the 3-4 hole by Cakebread for a base hit. And Cakebread gets things rolling here for the Bite. With a single base hit to right field. Brings to the plate Jeremy Creswell back to the top of the lineup. Creswell this year became the first Adelaide Bite player to register 100 hits in the ABL. Feather in his cap. Jeremy Creswell writes himself into the history books. And there's a nice line shot. And that's a catch by shortstop Cody Hightower. Nice shot by Creswell. And well picked out there by Hightower. And that's the second out of the inning for the Adelaide Bite. Brings to the plate left fielder Ben Lodge. Ben Lodge had a lot of game time this year, played 36 games. And he takes a strike. Dickman back to the fastballs a lot now, mixing it up nicely. And I think umpire Bell steps out of the plate there, got sick of waiting, I think. And that's a no pitch. So one strike on Lodge. And a superb night here. Beautiful conditions. And there's a long shot by Lodge into centre right. And that's found the gap. That's into the fence for a double. And they're sending the runner. Cakebread will score. And that's a stand-up double by Ben Lodge. Excellent piece of hitting. And the speedy Cape Red scores from first base. Cuts the lead back to 3. The Bites score their 4th run. And they trail the Cavalry 4-7. Here with 2 out in the bottom of the 5th. And it brings up Quincy Lattimore for the Adelaide Bite.
Benny Lodge has been going through a little bit of a rough spell. Bounces his way back with a double to the centre right fence. As we've mentioned many times before, the young man in his first full season of ABL. And there's a big swing by Lattimore, who liked the look of that pitch, but just the location of it saved Dickman from being sent into orbit. He really launched into that pitch, just missed it. Dickman steps off, reassesses. Lodge scurries back to second, and we resume.
Critical time here for the Bite. Got their starter on his won't say his last legs, but he's thrown a few pitches, and Lattimore's had 2 at-bats already, so he's had a good look at him. And he likes a look at that one, and he swings and fouls that back. And he falls behind the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lattimore. Here he is now, Dickman. Off speed to Lattimore, and he's got a lot of that pitch, but it's very high. It's a major league pop-up, and left fielder stands underneath, and Marcus Connect takes that catch, and that snuffs out the Bites' run, and that's after 5 innings. 7 runs to Canberra and 4 runs to the Bite.
We'll just let Pete focus on one of our 6th inning special here, with the kids run from right field to left field. And as Pete chases them, we'll have a short break. We'll see you in a moment.
Top of the 6th now, Michael Wells, designated hitter, would lead it off. And that's ball 1. Yeah, nice pitch from Fidge. Doesn't get the call. 2-0 on Wells. Over the plate, but misses low again. 3-0 on Wells. Pitcher Fidge doesn't look happy with a couple of those calls. And he gets that one, 3-1. On the designated hitter Wells. Here in the top of the 7th, and there's a nice pitch by Fidge. Straight down the tube, good bit of movement on it. Hitting average 265 this year, Wells. A lot of at-bats, played a lot of games. Played 40 games. 16 RBIs, and Fidge strikes him out there. A good start to the inning. And he gets the lead off, that's 1 out for the Cavalry.
Great job there by Fidge. He's, as I said, it's a man of his age to have to change his style and work something differently and do it at the very best level. It's never easy. It's not as if he's practicing this in huge opportunities in club games. He's really having to try something a little bit different out here at in the ABL, and he's doing a pretty good job. Just to have to work with different release points and dropping that arm down and having his regulation slider just to have to be a little bit different, throwing it from different angle and different release point. And he goes back and grabs the rosin bag, and there's a bit of a rough and a tough just for a sec, just to settle things down on a 1-1 count with 1 out, top 7, Cavalry by 3. He gets a change up. It's good pitch. Gets him out in front. Creswell, just a little bit of drifting wind. Quick little few short steps backward into the field of play and takes a pop fly.
Yeah, it's a good job by Fidge. Clearly harder to control from that very sidearm release there. But by the same token, it's clearly harder to hit. So even though he's getting behind the count a little, when he does come across, they haven't got hold of him yet. So there he is ahead of the count now. 1 strike on the number 9 hitter. Antonio Callaway, nice base hit to get a rally going previously, and he pops that one up to second base. Josh Catebread takes an easy catch. And nice job by Fidge. 3 up, 3 down for the Cavalry. And we'll go to the bottom 6 coming up.
After 75 years, men and women alike still holler his name. Stranded with a dead battery or need a jump? Out of fuel. Got a flat or need a tow? Just holler for Marshall's Roadside Rescue Service. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Marshall will rescue you and have you back on the road at surprisingly little cost. No annual membership or roadside joining fees required. So for batteries and breakdowns, just holler for a Marshall. Call 1300 Marshall.
Hello. Yeah, we still have Dickman on the hill for the Cavalry.
SA Power Networks Rally Ball. Wall stops last.
Testing, 1, 2. Nice throw over there from Murphy. And okay, here we go, bottom of the 6th inning. And G-Man Choi is up at the plate. G-Man Choi, Korean import for the Adelaide Bite. Best hitter this year for him. And trailing by 3 runs, Adelaide Bite looking to get something going here. It's money time for the Bite. And can G-Man Choi get something going here? Good part of the lineup here. 4, 5, 6. Choi, Welch, Paquette. Dickman done a good job for the Cavalry thus far. Working through his 6 innings here. Pitch count sneaking up. Choi pulls that ball hard down the right field line. Just fouled. And looking dangerous here, the G-Man.
One of the good parts about the Bite this season is that they've been able to put runs on the board when you least expect it. And when they've been a little bit down and out, they've kept on coming. So by no means at this stage of the game, 2/3 of the way through, could we be banking on anything. And as Angus just said, Dickman's getting no doubt deep into his pitch count. We've seen many times before, the game really comes alive when you go to the pen. So that's what the Bite will be looking to do here, try to build a big inning. Rattle some big pitch numbers up on Dickman and make the Cavalry make a change. But as long as the lefty's out there and still rocking and rolling, the Cavalry with a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid, Dickman, and as his stats suggest, looks like he goes deep most weeks. Plenty of innings for the Cavalry. And Choi fouls another one off.
And you know when Choi's on fire because that's the sort of thing that he's doing. He's a very hard man to get the ball past. And he's had some nasty little pitches to contend with here, left from Dickman to Choi. He's been able to fight things off and foul them, and Dickman comes again. And he rips that one around the corner.
And it's a foot race.
That's a toughie. That's an awfully difficult play. Sloan got taken well off his bag, and that needed to be PFP at its very best. Some pitcher fielding practice.
Good hustle there by Choi. He really made it close and put the pressure on the defence.
Not sure what would be scoring that one as, Angus. Perhaps a little error by Sloan, perhaps.
Yeah, it was certainly a wild throw, but he may have beat that out. Scorer's judgment on that one.
Yeah. Well, let's put it down as a single to 3.
Yeah, certainly a foot race there between the pitcher and Choi there right at the end. I think he might have pipped him on the post, Choi. So yeah, base hit's probably fair. Brings to the plate Stephen Welch. Dangerous Stephen Welch, selected in the World Cup Classic team for the Team Australia, and he creams that ball to right field, and that'll be a base hit to Welch. Nice piece of hitting from Stephen Welch, Pittsburgh Pirates prospect. Try saying that after a mouthful of crisps.
So a little visit from Murph. Just going out and having a chat with Dickman just to settle him down. Strong, compact little left-hand pitcher.
Yeah, nice leadership by Murphy, just slowing things down here for Canberra. And his method and his madness. Out comes manager Michael Collins to make a visit. And looks like it's going to be a mound meeting for the Canberra Cavalry.
Well, they certainly know the importance of this game, and they're not going to let it get away from them. They're in front, they've built a lead, and Dickman's done his job. And Kyle Perkins will come to the mound and do some middle relief. So whilst we have this opportunity, I'll just have a chat about a couple of our great sponsors here. MC Sportswear down the corner of Port and Woodville Road there for all things baseball and softball. They're a great local company, and we really plead with you to support them as much as possible for the effort and the work that they do for baseball here in South Australia. So if you need anything in the baseball softball field, you head down to MC Sportswear. We'll take a short break while Kyle does his early work, and we'll see you in about 1 minute's time. Young Kyle Perkins comes to the mound. Now the produce of the junior system here in Australia. Played through the national championships. And here he is, pounding away for the Cavalry.
None out here. First and second occupied.
Great swing there by Paquette. Really suited by this style of pitching. Heavy and straight. And with runners on first and second with none out, this is a critical time for the Cavalry. Sure, they would like to be bounding into the later innings, holding a lead of 1, 2 or 3, and the Bite on the other hand will be looking to bounce their way back into this game. Perkins misses outside, he walks Paquette, loads the bases with none out. The long ball hitter in Roger strides to the plate.
Wow. Angus Roger to the plate now. Great opportunity here for the Bite. Trailing by 3 here. And a lot of pressure here on relief pitcher Perkins. Angus Roger. Nice hit his first at bat and missed time one off the end of the bat, his second at bat. He likes to see fastballs, and let's see what Perkins has for him. He squares up to Roger. Perkins misses low and in, just misses. Jack Murphy perhaps questioning that call slightly. So Roger now against Perkins. And there's another fastball down and in. Time for a visit from Murphy. He's gone 3-0 on Roger here with the bases loaded.
Ladies and gentlemen, set the scene. It is the 16th.
And all of a sudden, the Cavalry pen is alive. There's men stretching everywhere because it's all coming down to this.
Yeah, well, the Bite were playing for a beginning here. You know, trailing by 3, first and second, no one on, no short game. They're hitting away and they're playing for a beginning here to get them right back in this contest. 3-0. And that's down the tube. 3-1 on Roger. Be looking for his pitch now here. Nice fastball, plenty of extension. And nice pitch there by Perkins. Takes a bit of black on the outside.
Roger was absolutely sitting fastball there, and that was just a perfectly executed pitch by Perkins. Just a little down and right on the black outside, and he got his result. It's a full count pitch, and that's up and in. He walks in, he lets one cross the plate. We have a real ball game on our hands here. The Bite go to 5. The Cavalry with 7, lead by 2, but with none out and loaded deuces. This game is up for grabs. And we have another visit from the manager.
Yeah, some frantic action in the pen right now. Michael Collins just sent the word down, someone to get hot in a hurry. So he makes this time out, make a visit to Perkins. Just allowing a little more time for the reliever to get going, but Perkins will go to this hitter. And that hitter is the catcher, Chris Adamson. He's got a hot bat here, the tank. And here he is with bases loaded and none out.
Ball 1.
And that ball misses from Perkins. Ball 1 on Adamson.
You got to love these games. Full attention, especially as we said when we get through the starters. Now we're into the pens. What have they got to offer? Cavalry pen this season has been strong and solid. And the Adelaide Bites pen has always been a little bit frail.
2 balls, 1 strike.
It's a really important moment here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Real hitters count. You come down the middle. Now again, Murphy, very experienced campaigner, not prepared to set down the middle. Trusted his pitcher to find the spot, and he did. With a fastball outside to even the count at 2-2. He delivers again. Adamson's hit a high pop fly to
it's deep enough.
Left field. It is deep enough. Does the job. Steph Welsh scurries his way home on a sack fly from the tank Adamson. And we have a 7-6 ball game. So bit by bit, 1 by 1, Angus.
Nice work by Adamson. Perkins still not giving much to hit, but Adamson does a good job there. Hits a deep fly ball to left field. Got under a little, but it was deep enough. And that we've got a 1-run ball game on our hand, and the Bites still threaten here with 1 out and runners on first and second. And Josh Cakebread is 2 for 2 tonight and 3 hits last night. So we got a hot bat here at the plate in the 9-hole.
Smoking hot for Cakebread. And if he sends one down the middle, He's in the type of form and his swing's that solid, he'll do something with it. Not often to say that about hitters because we know it's a difficult job in the batter's box with a lot of failure. But when you're hot, you're hot. And let's hope he keeps it going. He's popped that one up. And the man with that lovely mullet and superb moustache goes right back to the fence. But it lands the other side, so it eludes Murphy.
1 ball, 2 strikes, scored by fans. Let's see it now.
What a dream it would be to have a mullet like that. As I'm losing hair and going greyer by the day.
Had one in the 80s.
We all had one in the 80s. So Perkins, again, gets one inside, a breaking pitch that Capebred rips round the corner, foul. So a tough at-bat here, as it should be. Nothing given, nothing expected. Really just all puts the question to Perkins, are you good enough? As he flips one inside on a 1-2 count for a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
So 2-2, 1 out.
Capebred looking dangerous
occupied.
here.
I'll let you bring something in, Angus.
Capebred looking dangerous here. Goes up to Perkins. Fouls another one off. Good body language from Capebred. Looks quite confident here. And the bite threatening. Important to make good swings here. Trailing by 1. Capebred gets a line shot to left field. That's deep. And that left fielder connect. Takes the catch. Nice shot by Capebred. He was fielding him deep, playing him as a right-hander there, and a little unlucky Capebred there.
He hit it
But
too well.
Good defence from Cavalry.
They sure sensed it and they knew it, Angus, so they weren't prepared to give him too much, and they read it perfectly. Connect playing deep, and he hit a smashing line drive straight to him. So we stay at 7-6 with the Cavalry by 1, with 2 out, bottom 6. Might have seen 2 cross the plate thus far. And they'll be keen as mustard. Get another one, a breaking pitch that stays up high. 1-1 count. Crowd getting right into it here. They're sensing the tension.
Swing and a miss by Creswell. Behind the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out here, first and second occupied. Runner in scoring, trailing by 1.
Doing a good breaking pitch by Perkins. Extremely a teasing pitch.
Canberra crowd liked it.
Fair enough too. Maybe just a tad low.
Did just miss. And he strikes him out. Good comeback by Perkins. Strikes out Creswell for side away. And the Cavalry hang on to a 1-run lead here after 6 innings. It's Canberra 6. Correction, Canberra 7, Adelaide 6.
Have a short break. We'll see you soon.
Here we are, folks. Welcome back here to the top of the 7th. And the lead-off guy, Cody Hightower, is going to lead off again.
I think you said that before, Angus, how coincidentally he keeps popping up in this lead-off role. So it's either just exceptional management by Collins or just a fluke of nature.
Or some low averages down the bottom there. 1-on-1 here on Hightower. Darren Fidge on the hill. Makes a pitch. Hightower creams that ball up the middle. That'll be a base hit. And get Cavalry going again. Lead off gets a base hit. We've got a man on. And the centre fielder at the plate, Ryan Stovall.
There's no let up in this game. Every time a side bounds back and tries to either creep back or get ahead, the opposition is responding. Just a wonderful advertisement for the game. And we're loving every minute of it and hope you are at home. Still always really eager to be interactive with you. Doesn't matter whether it's a feeling or a shout out to someone or a bit of a plug for your club or whatever it may be. Live baseball at the 10thinnings.com.au as Fidge gets one over.
Yeah, it's been good to hear from our handful of Canberra friends tuning in.
Handful, there's thousands of them, Angus.
Yeah, they're the ones we've heard from. Pitch by Fidge up and in there. Misses. Nice pitch. Waste pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the real challenge begins. Again on a 1-2 count. I'll come in at him, throw my best pitch, waste another one. As the tank sets up outside and he gets a ripper over. Just a fraction low. He likes it.
Doesn't like the call.
Big follow through and stretched legs just bearing down at the man in black. Saying, where on earth was that?
Fidge's body language tells me he thinks he's getting a raw deal here tonight.
And he's
there
off.
goes a runner.
Hightower, and that ball's thrown to centre field.
Strikes him out. Tough play for Adamson. Had to hang down for the strikeout. And Hightower had a good jump.
He did have a good jump, and you're exactly right, Angus. His primary concern was to get the hitter. And in the reflex action, with Hightower getting a good jump, he just mistimed his throw a little bit and got it off target.
Yeah, I don't think he would have got him. You know, he had to rush to make a throw because he got such a good jump. So it was all or nothing.
Another good pitch there by Fitch, starting in and bending it across the plate. Again, perhaps just a tad low. From the set, he works again. And gets a slider, and Bashini not happy with that. So it's a real mixture in there at the moment. Pitcher not happy with some calls. He gets a call. The hitter throws his head back and says, "You got to be kidding me." And you couldn't question Bashini at the minute. I'm sure he'd be able to get his strike zone down to a millimetre at the moment.
That looked pretty good, that pitch, but that's called a ball. It's 2-1 now on Bashini.
Perhaps we'll give a chance to leave the umpiring to the umpire, and we'll just try to keep you rolling along. They do a fantastic job, the men in black. He chops that one to third base coach. He makes a nice play.
But he can only be half right, Andy. Depends who you talk to.
We've got a wonderful view from up at the back of the stand here at Norwood Oval, just directly behind the plate. So we'd like to think that we can really give you as good a call, and he just tears that one around the corner, straight through Welsh. Hightower doing exactly that, high-towering it for home. And he makes it. He crosses the plate for the 8th run for the Cavalry. Take a 2-run lead here in top 7. He's just got that, hung it a little bit in.
And he creamed it.
He did it that.
Straight down the left field line. Collins was sending him off the bat, Hightower. He got a good jump because it was a ground ball. He saw it early. And he scored quite easily, even though Lodge has a good arm out there at left field. And we're back.
We're back.
And Bashini's off. It's a stolen base. Good aggression by Canberra. Now they have another runner in scoring here. 1 out. Top of the 7th. They lead by 2. And their clean-up hitter, Jeremy Barnes, at the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight, and 1 being a home run, a long home run to centre field. Good pitch by Fidge.
That was some neat work by the Cavalry. Just after a base hit from Bashini, scored a run. Just sensed that perhaps the minds may have been elsewhere. And just got an early break and took off first pitch and got straight into scoring position for his team. And there's a...
Yeah, good managing by Collins.
And we've got a little bit of a fracas behind the dugout.
A little hold up in play here.
I must say, and again sitting up here and trying to paint a picture, but we've had a couple of issues with some boys sitting directly behind opposition dugouts and just perhaps crossing the line. And they're pointing straight to him, and hopefully he'll be ejected because there's no room for it. We can all have a lot of fun and we can have our say, but always got to know where to draw the line. And the management's down there at the moment just trying to sort this out, which is a shame because we're right in the heart of a terrific ball game. So we'll just take a short break. Get yourself organised and we'll be back here in a moment.
Hi, I'm Kelly and this is Mark, and we are now Energy Smart.
We sure are.
We've recently updated our old ducted air conditioner with a duct air Energy Smart system.
And that meant we didn't have to replace our old air conditioning unit.
And now it works like a dream. It's super quiet and it saves us a ton of money.
An Energy Smart delivery system can save up to 45% on running costs and make your system perform the way you want.
And now I can use my air conditioner whenever I want.
Now that's Energy Smart.
Hi, I'm Kelly and this is Mark, and we are now Energy Smart.
We sure are.
We've recently updated our old ducted air conditioner with a duct air Energy Smart system.
And that meant we didn't have to replace our old air conditioning unit.
And now it works like a dream. It's super quiet and it saves us a ton of money.
An Energy Smart delivery system can save up to 45% on running costs and make your system perform the way you want.
And now I can use my air conditioner whenever I want.
Now that's Energy Smart.
And here we are back at Norwood Oval. We're in the top of the 7th with 1 out. Canberra lead 8-6. Runner in scoring, second base. And there's a wild pitch by Fidge, which sends a runner to third. And with 1 out, makes it a dangerous situation for the bite. And a good opportunity here for the Cavalry to stretch their lead. They lead by 2.
Eight to 6, they sure do.
And Barnes at the plate. Be looking at him to execute, put this ball in the outfield and score a run.
Infield playing in for the bite. Sensing the tightness of the game. Not prepared to let one cross at this stage. If you're going to score, you're going to have to do it the hard way. So Fidge with a real mountainous job on his shoulders at the moment. He gets a good change up. Barnes swings through it. Excellent strikeout for Fidge at a clutch situation for his team. So 2 out, top 7. Cavalry semi-rallying. For the bite, they need to finish this inning right here, right now. No more addition to score, just to keep it all neat and tidy. There's Murphy. It's a fastball in that Adams had to scurry to get in the glove, and he did a good job. Such a responsibility on a catcher in a situation like this. Obviously just can't throw pitches down the middle. He must use in and out. And he has to show agility and class and skill. Ensure he blocks and saves everything to stop that man from third base scoring.
Yeah, nice work by Adamson. Fidge is a little wild, so he's hard to catch. There's a pitch to Murphy. Murphy likes the look of it. Foul ball. Bit of action in the pen for the Cavalries and for the bite.
We had 2 men wearing the number 45 last night, and of course I've called the wrong one, which my Cavalry fans supported and let us know that I was a doofus. But I'm pretty sure that we got Dustin Loggins, the right-hander, in the pen for the Cavalry right at the minute. That's a little comeback at a Fidge. He strolls on over, makes the out. It's a very important out there for the Adelaide bite. They keep the damage to a minimum, but the Cavalry steam on, take a 2-run lead, and we'll go for a 7th inning stretch. We'll see you in a moment.
This 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Fielder's Choice, official baseball store of Australian baseball. Visit www.fielders.net for all of your baseball, softball and T-ball equipment needs.
Great to have you with us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Flying up baseball here at Norwood. And an interesting game it has been. Lots of ebbs and flows. And a few swings and misses. Always one. It's now 8-6.
So welcome back, baseball fans. We've got a real ball game happening right here. Bottom 7. Cavalry sneaking away just at this minute. Scoreline 8-6. As Ben Lodge leads things off for the bite in the bottom of the 7th. One of our old buddies in Canberra, Peter Sikora, having a bit of a crack. We're calling them dugouts, and he's saying, you know, a plastic chair and a circus tent doesn't make a dugout. And you might be 100% correct, but it gets pretty hot and steamy here, Peter. Not like your freezing cold environment. So we just sit out, sun ourselves. Lovely environment. There's Lodge, a beautiful swing. Fouls it straight back. So keep those emails rolling in, folks. Live baseball at the 10thinnings.com.au. Always fantastic to hear from all of our baseball friends around the world and around the country. We got any overseas at the moment? Realise this telecast reaches 33 countries around the world, which is quite astonishing as Lodge foul tips one straight into Murphy. The big fella shakes it off. As I said, our budget here shows that we've got a couple of number 45s, but I think I'm on the money this time with Dustin Loggins. But again, I'd be encouraged, any Cavalry fan, to just let us know whether we're on the right track. Lodge goes inside out and splits one down the right field line. Callaway hunts his way around to the line and takes the catch.
Now batting, number 28, centre fielder Quincy Lattimore.
So Quincy Lattimore, who was on his sun deck home in the States when he got a late call from the bite to rejoin. A little short of at-bats. And he'd like to be in a little bit better nick than he is at the minute, but he's a good prospect. And whilst my buddy Angus is just having a little break for a moment, I've got Jim Manning with me, one of the real stalwarts of baseball here in Adelaide. So welcome, Jim.
How are you, Spurlo?
All going well, mate?
Oh, absolutely fantastic.
And
Great game.
Another good game, exactly. Very tight. You can't see much changing. It's going to go to the wire. And no doubt, as per usual, the best team will win.
Going to be a battle of the bullpens, I think, from here on in.
I think you're dead right. A real challenge.
Melbourne Aces in Perth to get underway in 30 minutes.
The count is full.
So Loggins to Lattimore, gets a breaking pitch, he pops it long, really long, right back to the fence, and a sensational catch out there at dead centre field by Ryan Staval. Not a catch, that ball is gone.
It's gone.
I sincerely apologise. I know the Cavalry fans won't be happy with me. That looks like he got it, made a terrific catch, but that ball's just eluded his glove, and that's a solo shot on a breaking pitch by Quincy Lattimore. Superb piece of hitting, and that brings the bite back.
The cameraman out at centre field for Fox got a pretty good look at that, I fear. In fact, might have had some effect on the result of that catch.
Exactly, Jim. It was just right next to him, wasn't it? And Staval just, he's not happy. Gave his thigh a bit of a crack with his mitt, as if to say, gee, you did the hard work, you picked the right spot to get to the fence.
Well, Staval, of course, pulled up a little bit sore, I think, after last night, after that rather awkward slide into second. So he's probably got a couple of bruises already.
Yes, he's a warrior. And we go again. It's just been a part of the lineup for the Adelaide Bite that has been very productive, and especially in situations where they've needed to be, Jim. With Lattimore and Choi, Welsh, Paquette, they've delivered when they've needed to, and right now it'd be as good a time as any.
Choi is always threatening when he gets into the batting box, and whilst he's been a little bit out of sorts, tonight he seems to have found it again.
Perfect pitcher-catcher combination there. Murphy just setting up outside. Loggins did the right thing and smashed the mitt. So 2-2 count, 1 out. Bottom 7, breaking pitch. Little chopper to second base. Bashini, smooth mover, makes a routine little 4-3. 2 out.
Stepping up to the plate, the third baseman, Stephen Welsh. So as you said, Spurlo, this piece of the Adelaide lineup is very, very, very strong and always threatening.
Especially now that we have a righty on the mound, even though he performed brilliantly there against Choi and jammed him, and all he could do is hit a 4-hopper to second base. And Welsh, a pitch that he's made mincemeat of in recent times, just couldn't quite get those hands where he needed them to be, and he fouled it. And lovely breaking pitch. Strike 2. So straight in the hole for Steph. And again, I love these situations to see the psyche of a pitcher, and he steams one down there and just misses. Again, some nice work between pitcher and catcher. A lot of confidence being shown by Loggins. And there's another breaking pitch. He gets it down the line. An excellent little collect by Sloan. And he makes the put out. And he retires the bite. And we complete 7 here. The bite peg one back, but the Cavalry roll on. 8-7 leaders. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome back to Cooper Stadium, Norwood Oval on the parade at Norwood, where after 7 innings, Canberra Cavalry lead 8-7. What a cracker game. Again, and we have a pitching change for the bite. Richard Olsen has come in for the bite, and he's been a great acquisition for the Adelaide team this year. He's been a very valuable player.
Well, especially when your pen gets stretched, Angus. And ours was, we've sent a couple of guys home and had a couple of injuries and a bit of this and a bit of that. And we've just needed people to stand up and perhaps even excel themselves. And Richard has done exactly that. He's only pint size, but there's plenty of pop and punch, and he's done a superb job for the Adelaide bite.
Yeah, they've used him as a setup man to get to the closer, and they used him as a closer as well. So in both roles, he's done his job just about every time for the bite. As we talk him up, he falls behind the hitter here, 3-0. First hitter he faces. And that hitter is left fielder.
Number 4.
Marcus Connect.
Connect. And he'd be looking to do exactly that.
3-1 the count. Olsen to Connect. A nice strike, he fouls that off. Taking the count to full. And a very healthy crowd here tonight, enjoying themselves on a beautiful night. Quite vocal here, and a great game for them. Olsen to Connect. Good fastball in, and he's popped that up to centre field. Quincy Lattimore takes an easy catch, and that's the lead off, put away for the bite. Brings to the plate the designated hitter, Canberra local Michael Welsh. Hasn't had a great night, but is a dangerous hitter, dangerous pull hitter. Let's see if he can get around on Olsen. And he gets ahead. Nice fastball. Wells fouls that off, and he's ahead of the count with 1 strike. Hello to our listeners out there, Anthony Overs. One on one here. Anthony and Katie listening. Lovely to have you on board. And Wells pulls that one sharply to Welch, but he is a quality third baseman. Wells hit that well. Welch picked it up nicely. A little high throw, well taken by Choi to make the out, and that's 2 out now for the Cavalry.
Superb play by Welsh. It's what's commonly known as the hot corner. He's playing a little bit deeper, knowing, as Angus said, that he was a pull hitter. He smoked that one around the corner, and Welsh collected it beautifully. Had to reset those feet and get a long throw across the diamond. And with a bit of assistance from his first baseman, to get the second out. So we roll on. The game just continues to tighten.
Aaron Sloan at the plate. Went deep last night. Not so much luck tonight.
Bat on ball, a couple of pop flies and a fly ball to centre field. Even though he hasn't racked up a number, it's certainly nice to be putting bat on ball, and he's done that at every at-bat.
Nice pitch from Olsen. Takes a count to 1-2.
How are you feeling out there, Cavalry camp? You'd be really quite edgy at the moment, I would imagine, because I know that you've had one heck of a season, as that's just towed off the end of the bat foul. Just as the heat is rising, just stumbled a fraction, and you really need certainly minimum one with a couple of wins from this weekend would just about put you into some playoff action. So you must be nervous. So the Biter got a little sniff, and playing at home they've been good, and there's a base hit right field. So an excellent at bat there by Sloan. Continues to do the job for his team.
Yeah, gets on base there. It's 2 out. Canberra really pushing for top spot. Changing format this year with the playoffs. So I think second play third, and team 1 has a rest, and it's a real battle there with Sydney leading 10-0 currently after 7 innings. So they're doing a job on Brisbane. So Canberra certainly need to keep winning.
There's some pretty extraordinary little if, buts and maybes still proceeding in this league right at the moment. Coming back to a top 3, that's off the handle. And a little force out second base, 5-4. Retires the Cavalry in top 8. We'll have a short break. We'll see you back here. Keep strapped in, enjoying it.
How's this for a great offer? Duct Air is offering a free upgrade to their university-tested and fully labelled Energy Smart system to all baseball fans. All you have to do is mention Tony Mazzini, Mutz, or even the 10th innings to your local Duct Air dealer. Duct Air's Energy Smart system is the only system that has been tested and proven by the Uni of SA to save you huge amounts off your power bill and increase the comfort in your home. All this from an SA-owned and operated carbon-neutral company. Now that's Energy Smart, and that's a great offer.
So welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the 8th inning here. Cavalry hanging on by the slenderest of margins. And Kenny Loggins' distant cousin, Dustin Loggins, on the mound for the Cavalry.
Misses ball 1. He's done a great job as a reliever this year, Loggins. 4-2 win-loss, ERA 2.21. 19 appearances. So he's been outstanding. The bite here with the bottom of the lineup now.
Misses with that breaking pitch. Ball 2.
6, 7, 8, 9 here for the bite.
That's who win your matches. Expect your engine room to do the job. If you 6, 7, 8, 9 can fire, you win more than you lose. And that's their challenge right at the minute. Paquette's been pretty good. Roger's picked up a hit. Adamson's been superb, and Cakebread's got a couple, so they're doing a great job. Paquette rolls over on one. Shortstop, Hightower, makes the out.
Very tidy, Cody Hightower there at shortstop. telling me last year he'd had some horrific knee injuries, Hightower. And he certainly made a good comeback from them, playing good baseball for the Canberra Cavalry.
One thing about the Cavalry with such a large squadron of imports is that local spots were going to be hard to get. So any of the boys muscling their way in and doing the job would be pretty proud of themselves. There's a breaking pitch right off the toe of the bat and it just goes foul.
It was looking very fair there for a second, but took some wicked spin.
It did, and it was, as you said, foul. Looking to stay in, but I think the breeze off of Murphy's mullet just might have been the difference there to just whiffle that one into foul territory. We're only having a bit of a laugh here. Don't take no offence with my attempt at some humour. As Loggins delivers up and out. Waste pitch. So 1-2 count. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Cavalry 8. Bite 7. Right in the balance as he bounces one. A breaking pitch that Murphy handles well. Roger lays off.
Dangerous Roger, 8 bombs on the year. He could tie it up here with one swing. 2-2 count. Misses outside Loggins. Fills the count.
I think that's been the thing that we've been speaking with Angus, that with 8 bombs and a nice few handfuls of RBIs that he's picked up a lot of walks, so he's been pretty selective, which has been terrific, and he gets a pitch down the middle. He's disappointed, he's popped it up, and there's a little bit of a kerfuffle. But Sloan takes charge, takes the catch.
And that's 2 out now for the bite. Brings to the plate number 8 hitter, catcher Chris Adamson. Hit a double early and caught on the fence. And then a nice deep sacrifice fly. So he's having a good night with the bat. And he takes that pitch, which is a ball outside. Looking for a 2-out rally here, the bite. And Loggins fires in there, even up the count of 1-1. And there's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crowd getting right behind the bite here tonight. That pitch misses. Nice pitch, fastball up and away. Waste pitch there with 1 and 2. That evens it up at 2 and 2 on Adamson. And he strikes him out. Great job by Loggins in relief. 3 up, 3 down. And that's it for the bite. They trail by 1 after 8. And we're back here real soon for money time, 9th innings. And here we are back in the 9th here at Norwood Oval, and here he is again, our main man, lead off. Cody Hightower. He's going to lead off for the 4th time tonight, and I reckon he led off 4 times last night as well. Uncanny.
Sure is, and if he was trying to chalk up some RBIs, he'd be absolutely spewing right at the moment. He's being given no opportunities, just been assigned well and truly with a lead-off job, and he's done okay. Picked up a hit, got a walk. So not too bad, not too bad. 1 for 3 for the night with the base on balls. He fouls that one off.
Olsen, he's right in there tonight. He's all over that strike zone. Quickly to 0-2 on Hightower. Top of the lineup, good hitting lineup, so this will certainly test Olsen, but he's been up to it thus far.
Gets a breaking pitch. Too good for Hightower. As Angus just said, Tricky Dickie Olsen is on fire at the moment. And that was a great inside breaking pitch. Too good for most hitters, I would suggest.
Ryan Stovall up the plate now. Centre fielder for the Cavalry.
Deked us in that last dig where he basically tried to sell us that he took that catch right out there at deep centre field.
Oh, it was superb deep. Got everybody.
Oh, he did.
Got the crowd, got the commentator.
Oh, he got me. He got me. That pitch is a little up.
2 balls. So Stovall in a good hitting position here. Likes a look at that swing and fouls that off. That's 2-1 now.
There wasn't much between these two teams last night, and there's certainly not much between them again tonight.
No, 10 hits apiece, 0 errors apiece. 8 runs to 7, the Cavs lead it. There's nothing in it. Good quality ball game, good pitching, great defense, and some really good hitting. Seen it all here tonight. Great advertisement for the ABL. You'll be able to watch this game on Foxtel during the week.
If you ever want to see a replay of any of the Adelaide home games, you just jump on the 10th Innings website and they're all for you to see right back from game 1 many moons ago.
Just misses outside. Fills the count up.
2-2. Full count as it ends.
One out here. Olsen throws a strike, fouls that off. Count remains full. He's a tough out here. And Olsen peppering the zone.
Basheeni and Barnes, Murphy connect. Follow him.
Tough lineup to get through.
Sure is. It's crucial, another crucial moment in this game. So Olsen from the set delivers. That's up. He walks him. So a quality at bat there by Stovall. And he picks himself a walk. Get on board for his side.
Brings up the very dangerous Adam Basheeni. Hasn't just been on fire tonight, it's been all year for this guy. 3 hits tonight. One of them being a 3-run home run. And here he is now, runner on first, one out. Likes to look at that first pitch, that's straight up. High fly ball, right fielder comes in, Paquette takes the catch. And that's a good out for the bite, and Richard Olsen on one pitch pops up Bashini, and it brings to the plate the clean-up hitter, the dangerous Jeremy Barnes, looking to get a little insurance here for the Cavs.
He's a stocky little unit. Old Barnesy. Once again, just an advertisement of the great game of baseball to say that, hey, it suits all shapes and sizes. You're never out. If you can throw, got good eye-hand coordination, you can hit, you can play this game. We've got a mixture of sizes out there of players. Someone like the stocky Barnes and a very lightly framed Richard Olsen doing the pitching for the bite. Needs to really bear down now. Everything that he has been taught needs to come right now. Great mechanics. Throw a strike and he gets one up.
Bit of action in the pen for Canberra. Going to their closer. Two and 0 count here on Barnes. He likes to look at that pitch. He's popped that up. Running around a little is right fielder Paquette. I think he lost that there for a second, but he takes the catch. And that's side away. Great job by Olsen.
So Sean Toller will come out for the Cavalry to try to close this one out. And the bite will be looking to put some willow action on. So we'll be back real soon.
After 75 years, men and women alike still holler his name. Stranded with a dead battery or need a jump? Out of fuel? Got a flat or need a tow? Just holler for Marshall's Roadside Rescue Service. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Marshall will rescue you and have you back on the road at surprisingly little cost. No annual membership or roadside joining fees required. So for batteries and breakdowns, just holler for a Marshall. Call 1300 Marshall.
And here we are, folks. Bottom of the ninth, Bite trailing by 1 run. And the Cavs have gone to their closer, Sean Toller. To try and shut things down here. Pretty good lineup here for the Bite. Good lead-off hitter in the number 9 hitter, Josh Capered, and then back to the top of the lineup. Looking for 1 run to tie it up.
Well, and he's a tall unit, this lad. Toller, he'd have to be 6'7". Very angular, very lean. Extremely long levers.
He's got 10 saves on the season and 2 wins. ERA of 3 runs, so he's been outstanding for Canberra.
He was chasing the bearded one, who recorded 13 saves in an ABL record for the Blue Sox. But hey, 10 saves in the season ain't a bad little effort. So we'll see what he's got to offer here. He fires away for ball one.
Got a little bit of gas, that's what he's got. Oh, look at that. Cake Bread leading off. Makes a good swing on that pitch, just misses it, fouls it off. 1-on-1 on the lead off. Playoff hopes on the line here for the Bite. They're looking for a minor miracle prior to this series, and there's a shot by Cape Bread up the middle. That's a base hit, and we get things rolling here in the bottom of the ninth for the Bite.
Now we get to experience another aspect of this great game that no doubt we've seen some small ball, one would be thinking.
Home team, they'll be playing for one run here, I would imagine, Andy. Tied up. Which would mean a bunt would be on, but we'll see what happens here. You never know. Pick off. Keep the runner in check. Try and see if the hitter gives anything away. Jeremy Creswell, lead-off hitter at the plate. Squares to bunt. And it's a foul ball. Called by Bell. Catcher disagrees. It was, it looked like he bunted that ball straight down. Now, couldn't tell from here if it was inside the diamond. Catcher certainly thought it was. Umpire,
I think he thought it hit him, Angus. It hit Creswell inside the field of play. But umpire Bell, nothing of it. Let's resume on an 0-1 count. And they do it again. And he, in his attempt to bunt, straight back over the net, foul. So with an 0-2 count, I would say the bunt play is to be put in the back pocket temporarily. And then we're going to have to do it the hard way.
he gets a bunt down with 2 strikes, and it's a great bunt.
Wow. Bunted him through. Creswell had the skill and the nerve to get the job done. So superb effort by Creswell. Put Cake Bread in scoring position with 1 out, bottom of the ninth. So we are still on the edge of our seat. I'm not sure how you Cavalry folks are dealing, but it is pretty tight.
Pinch hitter here. Adam Cam will come to the plate for the Bite.
Adam Cam, number 37, Adam Cam.
It's been a pretty useful addition for the Bite this year. Had limited games, played about 12 games. 12 or 13 games, and a useful hitter. Here we are, runner in scoring, 1 out. Bite trailing by 1.
Bat on ball sort of guy.
Ball outside, misses.
So Murphy again takes charge and just goes out and has a little chat with Sean. Says, hey big fella, we're all right, we're under control. Settle yourself down. Get the ball in my glove.
Yeah, maybe clarifying signs there. They mix them up with a runner on second and new pitcher. He's behind the count now. Closer, 1 ball, and the hitter, Adam Cam. Misses again down low. 2-0.
Wow, I've seen some great games at Norwood over this season. And here we are again. Bottom 9, 1-run ball game. very tight. And Cam really has a decent woof at that pitch, but fouls it over the top of the shark tank down there, which is been very well patronised tonight by a lot of corporate customers and sponsors of the mighty Adelaide Bite. It's a great night down there, ground level, but we resume. Tola, and he gets that one downstairs again. 3-1 count, 1 out. Situations some dream of and others shy away from. Let's see what Cam can come up with, and he swings through that one. Fills the count.
Yeah, they certainly went after him there. Not being careful with the open base there, creating a force, but they certainly went after him. So challenging up on Adam Cam. Here he is again now, Tola. And he rings him up. Hitter doesn't like it, thought it was low. But he's struck out. And that's the second out for the bite here.
The centre fielder, number 28.
Brings to the plate, money man, and home run hitter tonight, Quincy Lattimore.
Where you have dreams and ambitions of becoming a Major League Baseballer, you've got to be able to handle a situation like this, and he gets a pitch down and out for ball one.
Two out, speedy runner on second. Base hit will do it, tie it up. And big swing and a miss there from Lattimore. Wasn't a great pitch, the ball was down. It's a 1-1 count now, evens up the count. Two out, runner in scoring, trailing by 1, Quincy Lattimore. Big swing, fouls it off, it's going to be a foul. Base hit will do it here.
Canberra boys were just coming from everywhere to try to take that
scrambling for that, weren't they?
Foul fly. You can see what it means to them. It's wonderful. It's an area that they haven't trod in very often.
Let's see if Lattimore makes an adjustment here. And there's a good waste pitch. Low and away. Lattimore not tempted. 2-2 now.
Two count. 2 out. Bottom 9. Bite trail by 1. Tola bounces that one in the dirt. Cake bread shifts 90 feet to third base. So Tola, in an attempt to steer clear of the strike zone,
Pitch
a
was
little
about
wayward pitch.
55 feet that one. It was a good effort by Murphy to block it. Still ended up several metres away from him.
What a great game. Hope you're enjoying things, folks, because here we are. Tola, a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. The Cavalry take game 2. 8-7, a 1-run win for the boys. They come out, the bench clears, and there's plenty of high fives and a bit of back slapping going on. Mighty effort by the bite. The Cavalry hang tough. So we square it up at 1 apiece here. We come back tomorrow, same time, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. I want to thank my co-commentator here in Mark Haylock, who's been fantastic for us all season. And
Thanks, Andy. Thanks for having me. And what a superb game to finish on.
so we'll say good night. This is the 10th inning. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, same time. Thanks for joining us.